Okay. Everybody can hear me? Okay. All right, guys. All right. We will make this as short and sweet as possible, but I just wanted to get a couple trainings out to you. We got a couple calls and things that should be coming soon. And I do know Janelle has a really good call also for us on Thursday night, which of course that'll be, recorded on her YouTube. So super easy to get to. So tonight I want to talk to you guys just about crushing your business with consistency. I mean, that is like the number one thing I think when you're talking about your health and fitness and this business, everything boils down to consistency. So when you have the consistency, that helps you when you're coming up against the things that cause us to fall off, that cause us to not continue going, that allow all the limiting beliefs to get in our head and keep us from doing the thing that we know we are supposed to be doing, or helping the people that we know need our help, but we have this ridiculous thing going on in our head. But if you're so just so consistent, that stuff doesn't happen. It still happens, but it doesn't stop you, I guess is what I want to say. So let me share my screen, and fingers crossed I do it right. Can somebody give me a thumbs up that you see that? Of course, it's like backwards. I don't know how to go back. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Why is it not going back? What the heck? Hold on, let me grab my husband really fast. All right, sorry guys. I think I figured it out. Maybe, probably not, but. Now hit it?
Try it.
Why is it doing that?
No, what I'm saying is go back.
Oh, wait.
There you go. Can they see that?
Yeah, but I don't understand why it's doing it that way. But there we go.
Right,
for the love of Pete. Okay. All
I'm glad
right.
I could help. I didn't do anything.
You were just there for moral support. Thank you, dear. I hate technology. Thank goodness I got out of teaching what I did, because I'd be like the worst. I'd be like, excuse me, tech man, I broke it again. All right, here we go. Checking my time. All right, I'm determined to get this done by 9:30, so keep me to it. So if you guys have questions or anything, at the end, you can stop me. So crush your business with consistency. All right, so number one, Melanie Mitro, guys, said this first. She said this actually at Summit. If you don't know who Melanie Mitro is, and we have some new people, she was a top coach in our company like 4 years in a row, and she was number 2 last year. And she talked a lot about just mindset, and that is completely everything that has to do with what we do in our health and fitness and in being a business owner, because everything we do rises and falls on mindset completely, 100%. So whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are absolutely totally right. So it's you deciding where you are in that. So if we aren't pushing ourselves forward, we're not changing. So I always say, why do we limit? Why do we limit ourselves on what we're capable of doing? Is it in fear of what others think? Is it in fear of how people are going to react? Is it in fear of hearing no's? I mean, what are the things that truly are holding you back from doing something more? So phase one, always stay in phase one. That means you're a health coach. If you like it or not, you are a health coach. It does not mean, guys, that we are perfect, that we have to know it all, nothing like that. But health is our number one priority. So if we're not taking care of ourselves the absolute best we possibly can, then are we going to be a very good health coach for other people? So this is like the best accountability to me in my entire life. I mean, this is what literally has kept me going and doing this for 9 years, is because I said, oh my gosh, I'm coaching other people. Like, I can't tell people to do something if I'm not doing it myself. Does it mean I'm perfect? Heck no. No way. We're human. I am not perfect. And I think that is what sets us apart from other things. We are more relatable, guys. We are, but we are still very health conscious. So that's our number one priority. Staying in the trenches. I am right there in my challenge group every single day, sharing good and the bad and the ugly, and shove to me Shakeology balls in my mouth. And that is me showing them that I am just like them. But it's the same way with coaching too. I think I share my highs and lows of coaching. Christine, my coach, Christine, shares her highs and lows with you guys all the time. So I hope that, as you're growing in your coaching and you're sharing with your coaches and the people that are interested in coaching, that you're sharing with them, you're always in phase one. You're always doing the things you did from the very beginning. That has never changed for me. I am always sharing what is happening. That is how you continue to build relationships with people. It's also how you continue to gain their trust. They understand, like, you're not just trying to sell them a challenge pack. That's not what we're doing. Like, you are truly getting to know other women and where they're struggling in life and how you can help them with wherever they are in their life. That is staying always in phase one. All right. Next. Never get away from your reason why. So why you started, like why you're here. I mean, everybody gets started for a different reason, but never forget why it is. So yes, money, awesome. Recognition, who doesn't like it? All that stuff is wonderful. But the number one reason why you started is because you do want to help other people. So don't let oh my gosh, social media is so flooded with all these people doing this, and oh my gosh, well, this coach is doing this, and I don't look like she does, and oh my gosh, my pictures aren't as good as hers. Like, that stuff doesn't matter. That stuff just literally keeps you from doing the reason that you said yes to this, and that is to help other people. So if you're so consumed with all the fluff and all the stuff, then you're not sticking to why you said yes. Hopefully it makes sense. So just always remind yourself when you kind of feel those moments coming in, and it's not like that stuff doesn't happen, guys. I mean, I do it too. I'm human as well, but I just remind myself all the time, okay, worrying about what this coach is doing and that she's doing it better than I am, or gosh, my stuff I'm not as organized as she is, and all that kind of stuff, like, that doesn't help me. That's not helping. All right. So I used the words crush it to break this down. So if you want to take notes, I'll zip through this as quickly as possible. And if you have questions, you can write them down too, guys, and we'll get them here at the end too. I'm tracking my time. All right. So C is for consistency, meaning whatever is happening in your life, because guys, life is going to happen to us always. It never slows down. It never gets easier. That's life. Because you hear people say all the time, well, it just got too busy. Like, hi, we're all insanely busy. I don't know a single woman that I work with that is not busy. So it all comes down to really where your priority is. And my priority is I'm going to show up every single day, no matter what, no matter how insane life is. Even when my kids have been sick, which knock on wood, my kids don't really get sick, but even times that, things are just off, I still show up. Like it's a priority to me to always show up. That is leading by example. It doesn't mean that we have to be perfect. It doesn't mean that life looks perfect, because it doesn't. And it's not perfect for anybody. And we talk about that a lot with social media, that you see all the perfectness, and we all know that's not the case. We all know there's a lot of work going behind that perfect picture. We all know that mom would probably just yelled at her kids, get over here and smile and take this picture. We all know that stuff. So again, don't let the comparison things stop you from doing those things. Other thing, to be an amazing coach, you have to be the absolute best challenger in your challenge group. Hands down. Like, you are in that challenge group every single day. You are commenting on every single person. You are cheering other people on. You are recognizing the people who are doing amazing things, but you are in there. And, when I know like a coach is kind of like fallen off, I know the number one thing is they're not in a challenge group. They're not present. They're not in there showing up as a challenger. We all are a challenger first. That is our first job. Like, it is the thing you have to be so consistent with, like, every single minute. All right. R is for recognizing your strengths and your weaknesses. Sorry, I forgot an S on strength. Knowing what you're really good at and knowing where you need to work on is only going to help you in your growth, your journey of growth, your growth in this business, your mindset, committing to, working on your weaknesses. So that means, if you really struggle with confidence, then that means you need to go to YouTube. You need to type in ways to work on building confidence. You need to look up books that are going to be really good at focusing on building confidence. Know what your weakness is so that you can become a better leader. You can become a better coach because you are spending time working on making yourself stronger where you're weak. So that's a huge part of your journey. And this is a journey. This is a journey of a ton of growth. I am nowhere near the person I was 9 years ago, guys. I would have never gotten on a computer and talked to women on the computer. No, I would have never done that. I would have never gotten up in a room. I think the most people I talked to in a room was like 750, I think, one time. I mean, I thought I was literally going to pee down my leg, but I mean, after I did it, I was like, I just did that. And it's amazing, like where you start and where you can go when you're continuing to work on yourself through the whole process. So it is a journey of inside and to the out. All right. You had to get kind of creative on this one. U is for you need a strong why. So it is super easy to let life, when it gets hard, to just throw in the towel. And I see so many women say, well, I need to quit this. This is the part of the life that gets thrown to the wayside when things get harder and things get crazy and things don't go on as we envision them going, but then this is what they let go. And that's because they didn't establish a really strong why from the get-go. And it's going to change. As you grow in your business, as you grow as a person, your why is going to change as you move forward in your business. So, when I got super crazy, serious about it, and I realized the income potential, obviously my insane why that scared me to death was, leaving my teaching job. I wanted to be home. So that was a why I was working on. That was a why that I went to bed late and I got up early, and I had a picture of my kids sitting right at my workspace, and they were my why. Like, there was nobody or nothing getting in my way from making that happen. Well, I made that happen. So I found myself kind of like stuck. Like, okay, well, now what? Now what's my why? I made that happen. Like, that happened. So I kind of went through this phase where I wasn't working as hard, and I kind of stalled out a little bit. So I had to really dig deep, and I had to establish, a new why in that season of my life. So your why is going to change. But if you aren't writing out your goals, if you're not writing out your vision of where you see yourself a year from now, 5 years from now, heck, even 6 months from now, you need to be doing those things. Hold on, I think somebody popped on. I don't think I can mute them now. Okay. And then why are you sharing why with others? Like, are you sharing what your why is with others? Because if you speak it and you write it down and you like say, okay, this is what I want to happen by showing up every day in my business and helping other people, then you're going to move forward. Okay. All right, S is for shift. I had to be really careful when I was typing that. At some point, you have to shift into a believer mindset that isn't going to miss goals. You're not going to quit whenever things don't go the way you set yourself up to. You wanted to hit a rank at a certain date, but you miss it. Your Aunt Sally makes an opinion about what you're doing, or you get a no from somebody and it just stops you. Like, if you're allowing all of those things to stop you, then you're not in that believer mindset. So you've got to make that shift. That shift's got to happen so that you're not allowing all those things to stop you. So are you making this a priority, something that you are truly serious about, or is it just a hobby? Is it just something you get on social media, share your workouts, talk to a couple people here and there when you've got time? Or is it where you are scheduling, like, okay, this is my work time, here's my hour, here's my 30 minutes, whatever it is, whatever works for you, and you're sticking to it and doing it consistently. When you are getting super consistent with that, all of that other stuff gets to where it doesn't stop you, because you start gaining that momentum and you start believing in yourself that you can continue to keep building. Are you sticking to programs? That is so huge. It does not mean, guys, that you have to do the newest and latest and greatest program that's out. If that program is not for you, it's okay. Like, it doesn't mean that you have to do. You need to do what is right for you and your body and where you are in the season of life. I mean, like, we have coaches right now that are going through some things and they can't do the high intensity workouts. So they're showing, hey, this is the program that I need to be doing. But again, if you're not sticking to programs that are giving you results, then you don't have those results to share. And it's a lot easier to share this if you're getting results, right? I mean, I know in myself, like, when I'm stalling and I'm like, oh, well, let's take a look at what's going on, Jamie. Oh, you might want to lock in and focus a little more. That might make, inviting a little more easier. So it is definitely an easier opportunity to share when you're getting results. And that doesn't mean necessarily, guys, that it's all on the outside. I mean, there's a lot going on. We all know there's a huge transformation happening with every part of our life when we're going and committing to this journey. So share that. Share what is transforming. Share what is changing. All right. Okay. H is for helping 3 people. So I listened to a call earlier today and I heard them say this, and I was like, oh, that makes so much sense. And it's not meant to, I'm not saying this to like make anybody feel like you're not doing your job. I'm just saying, when you get serious about this being a business, then it's an absolute no matter what for you that you are helping 3 new people every single month. And really, just be honest, you aren't going to build a business if you're not helping 3 new people every month. It's a staple in your business. Like, think of whatever job is out there. Like, you know, you're going to be measured by a boss or somebody in other jobs. There are things they have to do that, you know, in their job. This is what you have to do in this job. You have to help 3 new people every single month to get started if you are truly going to build a business. And if you treat your business like $1 million business, treat it now. Treat this business like it's $1 million business that it will be one day. Like, that's just like manifesting that for you. And they always say, you know, if you want to be a Star Diamond coach, act like one right now. You want to be a superstar diamond coach, act like one right now. Do the things that they did to get there. Do that now. So Success Club is a must in growing your team and your business. Like, it just absolutely has to be happening. All right, I is for, and there is no I in team. It is called Team Beachbody. So being a team player on a team means you are supporting your teammates. Being a team player means you are part of the team page. It means you are cheering on other coaches and their accomplishments. We all win together and we all lose together. I mean, that's the truth. So everything you choose to do or you choose not to do, it does cause a ripple effect on our team. So if you see, you know, coaches who are, you know, things are happening for them, they've got the momentum, the best thing you can absolutely do, guys, is cheer them on, because I am a huge believer in what you give, you're going to get back. So if you plug in and you are being that coach for other people and other teammates, that stuff is going to come back to you. It truly does. So find the people who are finding what works and plug in with them. Plug in with your teammates, like lock arms with them. Like we talk a lot about with this in my leader thread, you know, we can't do this alone. You cannot do this alone. Even in our health and fitness, I couldn't do it alone. I tried really hard and I failed many, many times. It wasn't until I found this and found support from other women that I was able to do it. And when our team built, you know, big, I didn't do that alone. There was no way. There was a whole lot of things going on and a whole lot of coaches who were working to make that happen. So be that team player. It truly is a huge part of what we do. Okay. T is for teachable. Are you being teachable and coachable? So huge. Are you trusting the advice that you are being given, or are you letting negative things being said by other people stop you? So biggest thing you can do, guys, is trust your leaders, trust your coach, trust the process of growth in this business. Be open to tough love. I mean, you're going to have to give it too one day. If you're not already, you are coaching other people. Sometimes you've got to give that tough love. Sometimes they just need that. I mean, everybody takes things from a coach differently. You're going to learn that as you learn personalities of people as well. But, you know, anytime somebody tells me, I want you to push me, I want this to happen, like I say, all right, so you're giving me permission to call you out. So don't be afraid to ask that. Don't be afraid to ask other people that, because, you know, that's a coach doing their job. But number one, just be that teachable person, be coachable, be willing to step out of your comfort zone and do things that they are, you know, challenging you to do. That's how you're going to grow. If you're just going to stay where you're at and doing the same things that aren't working, then you're not growing or building. All right. Was that it? Yes. All right. Last one. So if you want, I always hear people say, well, if I could just find business builders. Guys, I don't think I've ever had anybody join and they're like, I'm a builder. Like there's such a process in that. So if you want business builders, if you want people to do what you are doing, you need to create them out of the people you probably already have that said yes. So don't think that they're just magically going to appear in your inbox one morning and you've magically got this builder who just wants to do this. I mean, I've never had that happen. But this all comes down to the more connections you're making, the more relationships you're building, the more people that you are reaching out to just to compliment them on their day. Because I don't know any woman in this planet that doesn't need to hear a compliment that, hey, you're doing an awesome job as a mom today. I mean, what mom doesn't need to hear that every once in a while? So be that person for others. That is truly how this business is. This is a people business. We are here to help and inspire and encourage and motivate, and you've got to be doing those things. If you want to create a builder, you've got to show them like, hey, this is what I do. This is how, I talk to other women and I connect, and I'm a friend maker, basically. Even as introverted as I am, like, I like that part. I really, truly enjoy talking and meeting other women. So this is kind of put it into your perspective. So every 10 people who you have joined, 3 might want to work. They might want to be a builder. One's going to quit immediately. They're not even going to dabble, even look at anything you've sent them. They probably haven't even pushed play and probably didn't even open up their shake. You're going to have one who starts, but they're not really committed enough and they're going to fizzle out. And then you might have one who goes emerald and stays. So if you think about that, how many people are you adding every month? If you're adding 3, if you're adding 1, are you getting lucky and they're your 1 might stay, or are they your 1 quit before they even start? So again, that comes down to, if you're being consistent in building relationships and you're gaining that trust, you're going to find your people. You're going to find your people. You're going to find your people who come in and they get started, and that's how you create your builders that stay, that believe in what truly is happening here, and they want a part of that, and they want to share that because they see it's happening and working for them. Those are your builders. So that is all I have. Does anybody have any questions at all? Or anybody want to add anything? It's 9:30. I don't know how I did that, but I did. Quite proud of myself that I didn't jabber on. That's why I made a slide, because I would have jabbered. So anyway, all right. Anybody have questions or anything? National Wake Up Call is tomorrow. That's 11. I'll be doing an update too, because there was a couple of things I wanted to make sure I got out to you guys too. And there was something else. I think that was it. No. Oh, I did want to share with this. If I haven't shared this, I know I've shared this with some people, but I got this off of Amazon, and like I literally use it and map out my whole day. So a whole week. It's like my whole week. So I write my goals, I write my schedule, highlight like my business time, and I'm seriously like, if it's business time, there's like nothing else happening, and being super dedicated to that. So, all right. So yeah, I'll post that in the team page if anybody wants to look at it. It wasn't that expensive, and it lets you like write down to, if you're a paper pencil person like I am, it even like breaks it down into like the calendar for every month. So you can like plan ahead and plan out your months too, which is nice. That's the teacher in me. I gotta have stuff like that. So, yes, Alicia, it is. Yeah. I've had it for a while. I just didn't like really get focused on it. And then I decided, okay, it's back to school time. I need to get super focused. So it's working so far. All right, guys, thanks so much for hopping on. Have a great week. And then Wednesday night is like our action hour night. And we may actually too have somebody that might be speaking to us Wednesday night too. So I'll let you guys know if that goes through. All right, guys, have a good night. Oh, wait. Oh, gosh, I'm sweating. I just took a shower too. I'm sweating. All right, I'm taking a picture. Everybody ready? I know some of you don't have your screen on, but that's all right. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Aaron, I love you. Aaron like pops in. All right, guys, have a good night. Thank you.